Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Invasive Species, the series where we run Kanto mons in Hoenn and Hoenn mons in Kanto. Corefish's run through Fire Red was pretty fun and there's definitely some competition here, as Krabby's set to see how it fares throughout the region with too much water. Before we dive into the specifics of Krabby, on screen now are the rules of the series. You can also find them outlined in great detail in the description below. So, like Corefish, Krabby falls victim to the early pre-physical special split era, where it has high attack but all water moves are special. Case in point, here's the base stat total. Well, Krabby is a bit faster than Corefish with its 50 base speed, as well as stronger and a bit more physically tanky. That 105 base attack stat is going to be awesome. But if you thought we were vulnerable to fast special attackers as Corefish, that 25 base special defense is nightmare fuel, waiting to be unboxed from Pandora itself. And that matching special attack makes any special attack we get access to useless. Now, as per the rules that were on screen just now, we do get access to a single egg move, and this is actually going to make Krabby's journey in the beginning harder. We have to beat the first rival to make progress, and we're not beating Trico with Bubble, so we're going to have to deplete not just Bubble and Leer, but our egg moves power points as well. All the while, let's go over our level up moves and all the other moves we'll have access to. I cannot tell you how glad I am that Krabby gets Mud Shot, because that's going to make Watson quite easy, where otherwise he would be a complete nightmare. Sadly, Crab Hammer is special in Gen 3, so that move is useless, and it's Krabby/Kangler's trademark move. Sad, really. As for the TMs, no Brick Break for Krabby, unfortunately, and since most of these are dictated by special, that does make picking our final moveset much easier. I suppose that's one benefit to having a moveset that's largely based off a special attack. And as for the egg moves, of course we're going to choose Swords Dance, because Corefish can learn it naturally. This will help make the two runs as apples to apples as possible. Though it's pretty funny because Swords Dance right now is a drawback due to having to deplete 30 extra power points just to get by our first rival. But we finally do, 1 hour into the challenge. Oh boy. Making our way to Rustiboro, as at this point Corefish is passing Cerulean City. We get to battle Roxanne, a real gym leader. We are unfortunately resigned to having to make use of our pitiful base 25 special attack, and using Bubble to defeat her. Even Geodude, who takes 4 times damage from water attacks, is not going to be a one-shot. Fortunately, we are tanky, so we can survive a few of their hits. And although Geodude isn't too bad, Nosepass only takes double damage from water moves. Now, I actually did try to set up Swords Dance and use, Vice Grip, that's the name. We get it at level 12, and yeah, that was a bad idea, so we just gotta spam Bubble and hope for the best here. Now, believe it or not, we actually lost on our first attempt. That just goes to show that Nosepass is quite a bit harder than fighting Onix in Fire Red, especially when we're resorting to using a base 25 special attack-powered Bubble. On top of taking only double damage instead of quad, Nosepass has decent special defense. We do lose on the first try, but we do win on the second one. Just gonna speed through that right along here, and we can finally use our physical attack. Making our way on over to Brawly, I'm pretty confident this is going to be a much easier gym battle. With Swords Dance and Vice Grip, which is 55 base power, pretty good for this point in the game, I think we're going to be A-okay. Now in Ruby Sapphire, Brawly leads off with Machop, and Machop, well, we're not fast either, but we're faster than this dude, which is great because we get the first turn to set up Swords Dance, while he will set up Bulk Up. That will buff his defense and his attack by 1 stage. We're going to follow up with Vice Grip here and deal about half pretty good. He goes for Bulk Up yet again. And of course we're going to follow up with Vice Grip again, and we saved Machop from the horrible fate of being caught in a healing loop with a critical hit. No Meditite to worry about here in Ruby Sapphire. Next up is going to be Makuhita, who doesn't have great defense, but a lot of health. But, well, all that health isn't going to amount to anything as it gets one shot by Vice Grip, and we win no problem. Quite the stark contrast from how this run started out. I think we're going to pick up quite nicely going forward. Now next up is the infamous Cycling Road rival, something that's usually pretty difficult. In this run, I don't think it's going to be because Grovyle thankfully only has Absorb, so unless it crits us, we should be able to get through this fight. Now, Brendan is going to lead off with Numel, which type-wise on paper we would crush. I mean, we are going to crush this Numel, but with our physical attack and with a move that deals neutral damage. We are going to want to get to level 23 before Watson so that we can get Mud Shot. And yeah, if Grovyle crit us with Absorb, that would have taken us out. Thankfully, that was not the case. Oh, and I misspoke. Level 23 is Mud Shot, not 27. I said 27 because we're going to level up just a little bit to make sure that we're faster than the Magnemite for Watson. There's no way we're going to outspeed Voltorb, so we have to hope that Spark doesn't one-shot us. At 2 hours and 22 minutes, Corefish had gotten to Giovanni, I think, under 2 hours, so we really got to pick up the pace here. Now, to deal with Magnemite, we are faster. We're going to set up Swords Dance. We have a Sherry Berry equipped so that when he goes for Thunder Wave, he effectively wasted his turn, and we have +2 to our attack. Mud Shot easily takes him down. It's pretty rare in a Watson fight where I'm more worried about Voltorb than Magneton. Okay, so out he comes and oh man, I guarantee you that was a low damage roll. We almost got one-shot by that, and that's not Watson's strongest Pokemon. But since we one-shot Voltorb, we're gonna outspeed Magneton, and it's goodnight, Irene. Yeah, if Voltorb paralyzed us with Spark, that would have been a reset there. That was a pretty lucky first attempt, all things considered. Spark seems to paralyze me all the time. No idea why it didn't this run, but I'm very glad that it didn't. Next up, we're going to travel to Mount Chimney, battle Maxie for the first time, and there's that sweet, sweet, beautiful Hyper Cutter kicking in. We go for Swords Dance on turn 1. I'm anticipating Sand Attack, but he goes for Bite and deals almost half of our health and damage. That's pretty crazy. Mightyena survives, probably a low damage roll. We get brought super low. Max uses a Super Potion, and we super knock him out. And yeah, Super Potion's not going to bring him nearly enough to full health, and since we pretty much one-shot it before, yeah, no problem. Next up, Maxie's gonna send out Golbat, so we got Cantonian versus Cantonian, an epic one-on-one fight, and we get taken out by a single bite. Been a minute since Maxie's been trouble for us, but all we gotta do is slap on an Oranberry, and we should have enough health to survive that. I am also curious to see if that was a damage range. First round goes the same as before. We go for Secret Power, and yeah, we just got really unlucky there. As we go up against Golbat, we do not flinch, and we do one-shot, so the Oranberry actually would have been a difference maker the first time around. Against Camerupt, we're going to go for Secret Power. Probably should have gone for Mud Shot, but it is a one-shot, so we're good to go. Alright, should be relatively smooth sailing up till Flannery, which in Ruby Sapphire, her team is ridiculously easy. She has 2 Slugma and a Torkoal, so really we're only worried about one of these guys. Still, our special defense is terrible, and Torkoal has exceptional defense, so we'll have to set up at least 2 Swords Dance here. And now the Slugma, not too concerned about them. One of them does have Sunny Day. I believe it's the one who opens up. We're going to go for Swords Dance here, and right on cue, it goes for Sunny Day, which means fire attacks are going to hurt a heck of a lot more now. Naturally, she follows up with Smog, a 20 base power poison move that has a pretty decent chance of poisoning, but it's really not going to matter here. The real question is, do we one-shot the Torkoal? We're going to find out in 3, 2, yep, we sure do. Alright, next up is Norman, and we have a new toy in the form of Guillotine. We trade Swords Dance and Feint Attack. Swords Dance, loping around. Guillotine connects, that's a 30% chance. I guess we had a speed tie there? And after Vigoroth almost takes us out, Slacking 2 goes for Focus Punch, effectively throwing the fight. I feel like that should have been way worse. Got pretty lucky on that attempt as well. Coming up, however, remember how I was talking about how we'll be at the mercy of fast special attackers later on in the run? Well, Grovyle has Leaf Blade, and if it's faster than us, we're in serious trouble here. Magnitude 7 does very little to us, 14 damage as we one-shot with Secret Power. Unsurprisingly, Brendan decides to send out Grovyle next. We have a 6-level lead. Are we faster? Nope. And we're dead. Didn't even have to crit us, and this is back when Leaf Blade had 70 base power, and was dictated by Special. Man, when is the last time we were stuck on this rival fight? Usually, the difficult one is the Cycling Road rival, but the Weather Institute, once in a while, is difficult. I think Onyx was the last time we had trouble with this. I mean, that makes sense. Just getting absolutely lawn-mowed by Grovyle here. So for the first time since the Onyx run, we're going to have to go level up a little bit. And by level up, I mean we're going to go just use a couple of rare candies that we picked up from our Zigzagoon pickup army. Now, I decided to try again at level 39. I'm like, you know, maybe we'll be faster here. And, of course, Numel's no problem, but we are now faster than Grovyle. And, of course, we one-shot it. Well, that wasn't so bad. Interesting little obstacle we had there. Now, as we get ready to battle Winona, Skarmory would be a problem, but we do have Guillotine. As we're battling Swallow, we go for Swords Dance, he goes for Double Team, we go for Secret Power, we end up missing, but we don't miss with the follow-up because of a good old natural 20. No, we are not going to learn Protect, which sends Pelipper into an absolute rage because he doesn't actually spam it for the first time and he goes down on the first hit. Next up is Skarmory, come on, 1 in 3 chance, and oh yeah! Last but certainly not least is Altaria. We end up going for Secret Power. It's almost a one-shot. We get hit by Dragon Breath. It deals a lot of damage, and of course we get paralyzed off of it. However, as Winona uses a Hyper Potion, we go for Secret Power and paralyze Altaria. Winona goes to heal again, and we go for Secret Power. That's almost a one-shot. Very interesting damage range. Altaria goes for Dragon Dance. We lose our turn, but goes for Dragon Breath as we finish it off. I mean, you can see even relatively weak special attacks like Dragon Breath with the same type of attack bonus are dealing monstrous damage to us. And wouldn't you know it, the 7th gym is the Psychic Gym, and both of those Pokemon have Psychic, and they get the same type of attack bonus from it. Yeah, I'm expecting this to take several tries. Not only that, but Solrock has Sunny Day and Solar Beam, which might actually deal more damage to us. Now, as we make our way to the Twin Psychic Trainers, we gotta make sure that once we get there, of course we're gonna save in front of them, we'll want to equip a Chesto Berry because Lunatone has Hypnosis. If that hits, yeah, we might as well just reset it because we're gonna get absolutely bombarded by special attacks. And I brought Wingull. I was like, we have Fly, so I guess maybe I can cast Fly on our Krabby? That might work, but, well, that dilemma is very short-lived as Lunatone goes for Psychic after we set up Swords Dance and takes out our partner. We need this partner to do this battle, by the way. It essentially just soaks up a free hit for us. And with Sunny Day set up, we're taking out Solrock right away. That's Hidden Power Ghost. I gotta say, I'm surprised to see Lunatone going for Calm Mind. That means it can't one-shot us with Psychic. We can one-shot it with Hidden Power Ghost, however. Once we take care of the Psychic Twins here, we can go battle Maxie for the second and final time here in Pokemon Ruby. His team isn't that much different. He does have Crobat, who will absolutely outspeed us, but he still has Mightyena, he still has Camerupt. And we still block Intimidate. Oh, it's beautiful. We trade Swords Dance and Scary Face, so we're now going to be slower than the entire team. Mightyena goes for Takedown, dealing 21 damage to us as we one-shot with Secret Power. Next up is Crobat, who goes for Confuse Ray, but our Parasym Berry removes it. Secret Power doesn't quite one-shot, but it puts Crobat into healing range, which is obsolete because we can deal enough damage to take it out with the follow-up. Now, Camerupt is pretty slow, but we're only 6 levels higher and got hit by Scary Face, so we are going to be tanking an Earthquake. We get brought to 39 health, we go for Mud Shot. Camerupt is weak to it, takes it out, no problem. Time to make our way to the 8th and final gym. We haven't checked in on our time here in a little bit, so as we make our preparations and all that good stuff, we're going to go and save in front of Wallace here. We're at 5 hours and 4 minutes. It's going to be a tough call, but Krabby just might be able to clutch this out time-wise. Now, Wallace leads off with Love Disc. We're going to go ahead and use Return and take it out. We're going to set up on the next Pokemon, which is Whiscash, who likes to waste a turn with Amnesia anyway, so that should give us a free turn. This time, however, Whiscash just goes straight for Earthquake, dealing about 30 damage. I guess Wallace caught on to the memo that Loving status is very bad. Very rare for a Gen 3 trainer, but it doesn't matter because we take out the Whiscash with 60 health lost and the Celio. Next up is Sea King. Rain Dance isn't up, so it doesn't get Swift Swim, so we're faster. We take it down. Goodbye, fellow Cantonian. I'm not sure if we'd be faster than Milotic, and hey, it turns out that we are, and we do one-shot it. Milotic is a very good special defense tank. The defense is mediocre. Now, I gotta say, despite Krabby taking an hour to get past the first mandatory battle of the game, really been picking up speed here. I actually love that Swords Dance was such a detriment to us in the beginning of the game that it was faster for us to just hit level 12, get Vice Grip, and then just one-shot Trico, make our way to Roxanne, all that good stuff. Now you might be wondering, hey, Roz, why are you putting egg moves in this challenge? Well, honestly, the answer just boils down to I think egg moves are freaking awesome. I don't see them very much. Like, I'm sure there are content creators who use them. No one I watch uses egg moves. Unless I haven't watched enough of their videos, of course, which then I can be corrected on that one. But no, I wanted to add egg moves to this series. I thought it would be a cool little touch. Egg moves are cool, and it's a perfectly legal mechanic. That's it. That's the story. And I do think that some Gen 3 movesets are pretty bad, like Cubo not getting an attacking move until level 9. Meanwhile, Zangoose gets Swords Dance at 10. Yeah, a little lopsided there, you think? I like to think that these egg moves in some cases actually modernizes the movesets to the best of the pre-physical special splits ability. Alright, first up on the Elite Four is Sydney. Intimidate doesn't do squat to us. We go for Swords Dance, and look how much damage Crunch dealt from Mightyena. Yeah, this is bad. Next up, Sydney sends out Cacturn, and thank the gods we're faster, because return one-shots, no doubt we would have been killed by Needle Arm. Next up is Sharpedo, who does go down in one hit of return. We take a little bit of damage from Rough Skin. Next up is Absol, who is faster. Goes for Snatch, but we're only using an attacking move, so yeah, I guess you are snatching all of the damage here. Good job. Shiftry comes out, hits us with Fake Out. We are surprisingly faster. Go for return, take it out, no problem. So, Sydney was a bit dangerous, and I think Phoebe has the potential to be as well. Not only can she be annoying because her first Dusclops in Ruby Sapphire has Curse, and believe me, she will go for it. A lot. But she has a Sableye with Psychic and a Bayonet with Thunderbolt, so yeah, this could be dangerous. Turn 1, we set up Swords Dance, and right on cue, she goes for Curse. You know, let's see how far we can actually get here. I knew with that Curse damage, Dusclop goes down no problem. Next up, Phoebe sends out one of her 2 Bayonets, no doubt the one with Thunderbolt, but we are faster. Hidden Power Ghost takes care of business. Get out of here, son. Next up is Phoebe's Sableye. This thing has no weaknesses pre-Gen 6, but it doesn't matter. Hidden Power Ghost is still more than enough to take it out in one shot with our massive attack stat. Next up is Bayonet number 2, easy one shot with Hidden Power. So basically if we had Shell Bill, we probably could have won this, but I didn't feel like getting it. Let's just reset and try again, this shouldn't be a problem. And because Dusclops opted for Future Sight instead of going for Curse, we're gonna sweep our way to the final Dusclops with not much of a problem. We might one-shot that one too. Well, Phoebe, you don't need Future Sight to see the future, and I saw the future. It's called Victory. Glacia not too worried about. The first Glalie likes to set up Hail and Light Screen, that's perfect for us, as we go ahead and drop a healthy save here, 5 hours, 39 minutes. Yo, we might actually beat Corefish's time, that's pretty crazy. We're gonna have to work for it though, so let's go. First turn, Swords Dance, there's Light Screen. Second turn, Swords Dance, and Hail. Wow, what a surprise! Thanks for throwing that fight, Glacia. Now, typically, I would be concerned about Walrein because Walrein is tanky. However, due to our pre-existing base attack stat of 105, Return obviously being maxed out, and Swords Dance, 2 of them, so we're at +4 attack, yeah, I'm not concerned about this. I'm not concerned, and you shouldn't be either. Now, I am concerned about the next fight, Drake, which, while we technically do get access to Ice Beam, our base 25 special attack ain't going to be doing diddly shit against that. I find that to be very interesting, a water type who has access to an ice move and can't take advantage of it against a dragon trainer. No, we can take advantage of, however, is Swords Dance, Return, and the White Herb that we got just south of Restboro. Now, I'll tell you that the White Herb is when we inevitably get hit by Rock Tomb. We absolutely do not want our speed lowered in this fight. I mean, we're level 65, we're probably going to be outsped by Salamence anyway. Turn 1, we go for Swords Dance, we get hit by a Rock Tomb, but we have that little White Herb as a nice pick-me-up. And let's not get greedy here, let's go for Return, and sure we take it out, we do, thankfully. Next up on the old chopping block is Altaria. I consider Swords Dance, but I'm like, nah. And it's a good thing we played it safe because we're faster and we one-shot it. As Flygon comes out, I'm anticipating Sandstorm, and it goes for Dragon Breath right away. It deals a good bit of damage, and it paralyzes us. Now, while that might seem like a mistake, I'm not confident about being able to one-shot Salamence, but I wasn't expecting Flygon to be faster, and I was expecting it to go for Sandstorm, because it usually likes to set that up. So yeah, we get crushed pretty readily in this fight. We don't even make it to Salamence. And you know what, gotta give Drake credit where it's due. This is the first hard fight that we've had ever since the Weather Institute rival. Now, Sydney took a bit off of us, and Phoebe took an extra try, but that's because Curse is lame. Now, you saw in the sped-up footage that we almost got one-shot by a critical hit from Shelgon. Shelgon. Yeah, what I said earlier at the start of the video about our bad special defense and how we're going to be at the mercy of any fast special attacker, well, Shelgon's not even fast and it almost one-shot us. And it's all for naught. We get to Salamence and he uses Flamethrower to take us down. Okay, so we have some rare candies remaining. We can go ahead and pop some of those. This did help against the Weather Institute rival. Now, our base speed is 50. It's not great, but it's enough. We can work with the 50 base speed. Oh, and that Rock Tomb miss is beautiful. We have a second Swords Dance setup, so we're definitely one-shotting everything here now. Shelgon and Altaria and Flygon, whom we're faster than now, get one shot. Only took 2 level ups. That's pretty impressive. I don't think we're faster than Salamence, though. Look at that Dragon Claw damage. We almost got one shot. That wasn't even a critical hit, and it was probably a low damage roll. I gotta say, Krabby has been pretty lucky in all things considered in this run. So as we get ready to battle Steven, we're gonna use a TM that we've not used in a while here, and that's Rest. That's gonna prevent us from needing to equip a Pecha Berry, so we can be a bit more flexible with our held item. I'm gonna drop a save here. 5 hours and 46 minutes? Oh man, we might actually beat Corfish. That's insane. No, we don't have a good answer for Skarmory because we don't have Guillotine anymore. But we can use Rest to counteract Toxic and heal up while we're taking damage while we set up Swords Dance. For Skarmory, we're just gonna have to brute force it with Return. Alright, so round 1, we go for Swords Dance and Skarmory goes for Toxic. What a shock! And after round 2, when we set up once more, we're gonna go ahead and go on the offensive here, just to see how much damage we deal, and it's actually more than I was expecting. Skarmory has excellent defense. Now, in the follow-up, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you know what, let's risk it, let's go for Return, let's see if we can survive Toxic, and we do. As Aggron comes out, I'm like, okay, we gotta go for Rest. He does have Thunder, which can miss, but he goes for Earthquake, interesting choice. We're asleep and our cursor's on Mudshot, and he misses Thunder. The second time, however, we're not so fortunate. Aggron's not much of a special attacker, but her special defense is terrible, and Thunder is damn strong. Well, I see an easy solution here, and that's to equip a Chesto Berry so we can wake up right away. Turn 1, we go for Swords Dance, and Skarmory uses Oh my god, Toxic? No way, I've never seen that before. Now, we know that we can set up safely here on Skarmory. As long as we don't get crit by Aerial Ace, we can max out on Swords Dance here. And thankfully, we don't get crit. We're at 44 health, though, so time to go for Rest. As we use Rest and the Chesto Berry kicks in, Skarmory goes for Spikes. I guess he wants a fair fight here. Well, okay there, sir. And check it out, with maxed out attack, we still don't one-shot Skarmory. Yo, that's respect right there. What an awesome defense score. As we go to finish off Skarmory after that full restore, he swaps into Aggron. Well, that's fine because we have Mudshot and it deals double super effective damage. Now, we take out Aggron, no problem. Mudshot has a 5% chance to miss. Thankfully, it didn't. He sends out Cradilly next. Not surprising, it does have same type Giga Drain. Cradilly gets Nat 20. We damn sure needed that. I'm thinking he's going to send out Armaldo next, but Steven sends out Claydol. Very interesting. It doesn't have any special attacks, and it doesn't have enough life to survive one hit of return. Now, the great thing when Steven swaps out Skarmory and you can't one-shot it, that means that he will use the rest of his full restores on Skarmory, and because we can dang near one-shot it, it's not going to matter, so he can drown this thing in full restores for all I care. It probably would have been the better option for Skarmory, put it through less pain and suffering. Next up, Steven sends out Armaldo. I would have thought Metagross because it has Psychic. Well, guess we'll find out if we needed that crit, and we didn't crit Armaldo, so maybe we didn't need to crit Cradilly? I forget which one's bulkier. And we don't miss Mudshot. Metagross is weak to Mudshot. Down it goes, and we win. Man, that was a hell of a run right there. Like, when we got stalled on, for an hour to take out the first rival, I was like, there's no way Krabby's gonna win. Well, Corphish was level 76 and finished at 5 hours 57 minutes. Now you saw that Krabby is a much lower level than level 76, so we know that Krabby won as far as level ups go. This was an awesome run too. I had a lot of fun with this one because not only do we get to have fun with Swords Dance as an egg move, but Guillotine came in clutch. We didn't use it in many fights, but in the fights we needed it to come in handy. Oh man, did it deliver. Yeah, I feel like I got the VIP service as far as RNG is concerned. And yeah, Krabby finished Ruby 5 minutes faster than Corphish finished Fire Red, and quite a few levels lower, so Krabby is better at Pokemon Ruby than Corphish is at Pokemon Fire Red. At level 68, for tiers and level up, Krabby is in B. 5 hours, 57 minutes is A, so I'm going to say that Krabby is a solid B tier Pokemon. Next up, we're going back to Kanto with Pokemon Fire Red with one Breloom. I'll see you guys there. Take it easy.